Hey guys, it's Antoine from Driving Unicorns. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're with Arjun and he's going to present his 2022 Tesla Model 3 Boosted. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
All right, so in general, when did you get the car and what was the plan when you got it? Obviously, you love tuning cars, so why did you go for a Tesla?
Yeah, so maybe I'll start with a bit of history on like previous cars I've had. I bought a G35, did a few things like suspension, wheels, that kind of stuff.
Good power?
Yeah.
DQ?
It was a good increase from the E320 for sure. Yeah. And then after that, I got the Q50, which I kind of modded quite heavily.
Yeah.
Same thing, aero kits, wheels, intakes, all that stuff.
So you were into these engines? Nissan,
yeah,
Infiniti,
exactly.
So what made you go to an electric car at some point?
Yeah, kind of an interesting story because after I sold my Q50, I was trying to decide what to get next. I was actually looking for an RCF for like more than a year.
Which one is that?
The Lexus RCF.
Yeah.
And it's a V8 coupe, so it's very different from what this is, but I couldn't find one for a really long time, and this was like during COVID. Like used cars were super hard to find, super expensive. And a few of my friends, they had Model 3s and I've been in them a lot, and I started to, really enjoy the drive and the tech, because like outside of cars, I love technology a lot too, so
right.
It's kind of like the best of both worlds, and the aftermarket support for these cars is also pretty good. So
I'm surprised,
yeah,
because they're pretty new and like it's fully modded.
Yeah.
You sent me the list of all the mods and I was like, damn, there's actually that many mods for Teslas right now.
Exactly. And this is not like even super heavily modded. There's cars out there that are absolutely insane.
So how long did it take you to get to that state?
Yeah, so I got this car in February of 2022. It took about 4 months to get. I ended up deciding between like the long range or the performance. And at the time it was like a 10 grand difference between the two. So I was like, should I get the long range, get the acceleration boost, which gives you a little bit more power close to the performance, and then, use the extra money for mods, or should I just get the performance and kind of leave it relatively, stock? So I opted for the long range.
Can you explain just quickly to the audience? Of course, you mentioned boosted, and you said boosted on your Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So how does it work if you get a Tesla like this and you want to boost it? Do you have to go to Tesla to reprogram it, or how does it work in that?
Yeah. So how it works is it's specifically for the long range variants. So basically, it's a software unlock. So you pay, I think it's about 2,700 plus tax, so about 3 grand, and then you update the car, and then basically it unlocks more power that the car already has, but it's just software limited. In terms of speed, what that does is it drops the 0 to 60 from like 4.2 to about 3.5 to 3.6.
Oh, wow.
So it's a big difference.
That's a really big difference.
And then when I took it to the drag strip last summer, my friend's LR without the boost did about 12.2 or 3, and this did about 11.7. So it's quite a difference.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's
really good. And of course, the question that everyone wants an answer of: what power are you running? Do you have an estimate? I know it's hard because it's electric, but an estimate of the horsepower and torque that you're running right now and before it was boosted?
Yeah, so it's hard to say because there's not an exact figure from Tesla officially either. But from what I've seen online with people doing dynos and getting some performance numbers with the acceleration boost, it's supposed to be like a little under 500 horsepower.
Okay, that's a lot.
And then the acceleration boost adds about 50 horsepower and 50 torque, so minus 50 without the acceleration boost.
Yeah, about 450 something.
In
like
around
that.
there. Yeah. Exactly.
And what's the weight on these?
I believe it's about 3,800 to 4,000 pounds. So it's not it's not a super heavy car, and it's also not super light.
We're gonna see the acceleration later.
Yeah, but it's interesting because the battery pack's actually along the entire bottom of the car, so it feels super planted and grounded when you're driving. So it hides its weight really well.
It's like a boxer engine, very low to the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you boosted the car to be more like the performance trim of this car, and you said the difference is the wheels and the brakes. Can you tell us how the previous wheels were and what wheels you got? Of course, they're amazing and aftermarket and beautiful. So
I personally opted for the 18-inch wheels, and I already knew I was going to be getting aftermarket wheels. So I'm using my factory wheels for my winter set, and then I have this for summer, which these wheels I actually just got.
Yep.
These are the SSR GTX 01s. They're 19 by 9.5 with the 35 offset, and for tire size, I'm running 265 35 19 Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus.
they look amazing. They look grippy. I love the color. Bronze and purple. We're gonna talk more about the color later, but color match is solid.
And I forgot to mention, so for these wheels too, they actually only come in a silver or a black finish. So I got these custom powder coated.
Wow, where did you make that happen? Is it a local shop?
It was a local shop that's called Brass Powder Coatings. They do amazing work, as you can tell. We got this bronze from Prismatic Colors. So they provide powders for powder coating. This specific one is called Highland Bronze.
Right. And we see that the brakes might be a different color, like color match to the car. Have you upgraded the brakes for the performance trim of the car, or are they original brakes?
These are the OEM brakes. So the performance model comes with bigger brakes. They're 6-pot in the front and they're 4 in the rear. With these ones from the long range, it's 4 in the front, 2 in the rear, as you can see.
Okay.
I just got them painted by a shop called Cars Custom in US. It's a purple metallic. I actually picked up the car and then dropped it off the very next day to get them painted.
You're quick.
So,
I like it.
Yeah, I got it done super quick. If you're just using it for daily driving or casual city driving, in most cases the car is doing, brake regen. So as soon as you let your foot off the accelerator, the car starts recharging its battery using that force.
So you're never gonna change the brake pads?
In 80-90% of my driving, I'm not using the brakes.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's go in the front and let's talk about aero.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So I see that you have a front splitter. Can you tell us more about what you've done in the front?
Sure, yeah. So for the front splitter, I have the splitter from Icon Motorsports. Just your typical black splitter, nothing fancy. And then I have fog light inserts as well.
Yeah.
Just to, add a little bit of dimension to the front. Otherwise it's, it's very round and, almost boring. So yeah, that's what I have for the front. For the mirrors, I have these mirror replacements. They're M style, as you can see.
And then what I like the most about this car is actually the rear. I think it might be your preference as well.
Exactly, it is.
Tell us more about these, and then I really want to know about these tail lights too.
For sure. So with the spoiler, this is a carbon fiber spoiler from JC Sportline. It's fairly low key, as you can see, but I think it sets it off quite well. And then for the diffuser, it's from a company called Vivid Racing, full carbon fiber. And it's quite a large piece actually, but it's my favorite part about the car.
Okay, let's talk about tail lights.
Let me turn them on so you can see what they look like.
Of course, yeah. Nice. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, there's really not too much information about these taillights. There's only one seller that I've seen selling these.
Yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere, so looks pretty unique to me.
Yeah, it's a new design, so I'm sure it'll probably start making its way, because it has like individual like I guess 3 plastic panels that make it look super 3D. Let me show you what the signal looks like as well.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick that up. Oh yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like jumping from one LED to the other, or I don't know how they're called. But
sequential yellow, and I like how it changes from the red to the yellow.
Yeah.
Let's open the trunk here.
Oh.
There you go.
That is very futuristic. You mentioned about some buttons that you can use for basically anything. Can you tell me more about these?
Yeah, for sure. So this is the button right here. So I actually have 4 of them. 2 of them I have mounted on the car. They're from a company called Enhance Auto. These are their sexy buttons. So you can actually use these to control literally any function in the car. To turn on the AC, to pop open the door, literally any function in the car.
That's so cool.
Makes it super cool. So I have one I actually use for autopilot. So like when you engage autopilot on the highway, every 30 seconds to a minute it nags you to move the steering wheel a little bit.
Right.
So I just push on that button and it gets rid of the nag. The other button I use to toggle between sport and chill mode.
All right, go check it out. And yeah, we forgot to mention what's the wrap on this. Color is insane, but what?
Yeah, it's a super interesting one. It's from Avery Dennison called Mysterious Indigo. Like during the day now, you can see it's like a little bit more purple, and then you can see hints of blue. But at night, it looks like midnight purple, and then it eventually like almost looks black when it's really nighttime.
Yeah, I think it has a lot more colors in person than on camera.
Oh yeah, it's super hard to capture on camera.
Yeah. All right, let's go for a quick drive. I love the interior. It's already so comfortable and like cool, and it feels good.
It's very minimalist.
It is. So how do you even start the car? Like, you don't have a key or anything?
The car is never really off, I guess. Is kind of like how I like to think about it.
Yeah.
If you have your phone, which is kind of your key technically, in your pocket, you just walk up to the door, open the handle, it'll unlock everything, and then you just put it into reverse or drive and you go. There's no need to really like start anything.
Yeah.
Per se.
All right, let's go. Have the backup camera. That screen is big.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how quiet it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a sound. I could go across Canada in this. It feels extremely comfortable. Wow. You just surprised me so much on this one.
That's the only way to do it sometimes.
You know how like you cannot expect that at all.
Yeah.
I feel like in a gas engine car, I could have like told like if the turbo is spooling or something.
Exactly.
But like no.
And it's cool because like
And it's instant power.
not saying that I speed, but like, you know, when you're driving on the road.
He does. Yeah, you're good. You can. Oh, bro. He's not even telling me when he's gonna do it. That is crazy. And you have the kilometers per hour on the iPhone right there, right?
Yeah, I kind of use this as my speedometer. Like, I mean, we have it in the corner here, but I have this too. This is related to the Enhanced Auto Buttons, so this is their actual app.
Also same brand.
Yeah, same brand.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What's this little guy?
So this is the Desai Mochi. Some of you might have seen it, but it's supposed to be like a little driving buddy. It does the random expressions and it makes noises and stuff.
He's kind of cool. Like, I kind of want one now.
Yeah.
The ride is so comfortable.
Yeah.
Have you done any suspension mods or is that the stock suspension?
Yeah, so I've done a couple things. So I have the Mountain Pass Performance Coilovers. It's actually developed by KW. Like my biggest thing while driving is comfort.
Yeah.
Having good comfort without really sacrificing handling. So this is kind of like the perfect balance in my opinion. It's a nicer feeling when you have a bit of a more planted car.
Yeah, of course.
As you know.
I do know. That is quick. Okay, let's try to show the speedometer at the same time.
Yeah.
It goes up so quickly. I'm not even exaggerating. Like I'm actually. How fast did you say it was? 0 to 100?
The 0 to 100 time is supposed to be around 3.5 to 3.6 seconds.
Thank you so much for taking me for a drive. Really nice. Let's show some drive-bys, flybys. That was crazy. The car actually like squats down because of the power. And he told me like he can choose between rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive with this little button that he has. Pretty crazy. But right now he's in all-wheel drive mode. That was really sick. Like the car actually squats down sometimes. Like it's nice. All right, thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for making the video. Guys, stay tuned and check out also the other videos. We made the 370Z, for example, which was a very cool video. And subscribe, like, and comment. That always helps. If you're wondering what this artwork is, I actually make all this artwork myself. I'm an artist. A lot of you know, some of you don't. So I just wanted to show you a few. And then if you're interested for a custom piece for your own car, I actually make them by hand and it's printed on aluminum. So yeah, just let me know, contact me, and we'll make it for you. Thank you so much. Peace.